And I want to remind everyone that I'm here. I'm here on the air every Sunday from 3:30 to 5. 3:30 to 5. The Forum with Bobby Hilton. Be sure to tune in Sunday from 3:30 to 5. I want to give a very special invitation to everybody. Everybody, join us tomorrow. Join us tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. From 10:30 to 12. We'll be at the New Prospect Baptist Church from 10:30 to 12 on tomorrow. People there from everywhere, from every community, putting our heads together, working together. Everyone's invited. Not just Nan, not just Amos. Everyone's invited. We want you to come. Tomorrow, 10:30, New Prospect Baptist Church, 1580 Summit Road in Roselawn, where Reverend Damon Lynch III is the pastor. We're all over there working together, putting down our specific group or whatever, putting our heads together, putting our strengths together, and saying, how can we come together? Because we have the same goals. And let me tell you something. We have youth involved over there. We have the older people involved over there. We have folk from UC involved over there. We love it. We love it. We want to leave no one out. We need everybody working together. So this is your personal invitation. Join us tomorrow morning. We want to hear what you have to say. We want you to join us. Again, from 10:30 to 12 tomorrow, New Prospect Baptist Church, 1580 Summit Road in Roselawn. 513-749-1230 is the number to call. GC.
Bishop Bobby Hilton, how you doing today, sir?
I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I saw the video that Vanessa Enoch took of the news conference yesterday. I wanted to call it something else because it was anything more than seemed like a news conference. Man, those guys, they were all over the place, being very intimidating and almost to the point of kind of bullying.
Well, they were trying to bully, but we didn't feel intimidated. It was an ambush. We weren't surprised. I mean, we were surprised. It was a surprise attack. Yeah. So that was the thing with us, and we won't. You can only do that to us one time. I promise you.
Right,
you can only do that to us one time.
Right, I understand that, and it's like I guess what we can learn from this is that even though it wasn't that much announced and it wasn't news wasn't putting it out that you guys were having it. People are listening to what we say over these airwaves. Mm-hmm. Simple as that. And they're watching and guarding everything. And while we're talking and complaining about how things should be done, they organize, obviously, and they make plans, and then they carry their little plans out. And we still sit back a lot of times instead of showing up. We do, sit back. Am I still on?
Yeah, you're on.
Okay, and we do, we sit back and we complain. And now don't get me wrong, people do have suggestions, and I hear a whole lot of suggestions, but again, I don't see a lot of people coming to the table. But hopefully they will. And then I just wanted to invite people out, Bishop, because tomorrow we are having a fundraiser, free of charge. But it's going to be some information that we want to put out because you had some people over this airways this week believing that Judge Hunter actually have committed a crime. And this is, unless you were sitting in the courtroom hearing the testimony and hearing Bennett Gruel, people in that court administration office, one of the charges backdating. He groomed her over 2-3 days.
That's right.
Who backdated that document? Who backdated? And every time she said, I did.
Exactly.
It's the culture that they've had in that system for hundreds of years. It's not just because Judge Hunter was there. And you don't believe the injustice that goes on until you see it with your eyes.
Right.
I'm telling you, they have been blatant in our face, and they have been doing it. Mark is right. They have been doing it for years and years. But
sure they have.
If we're going to fight from the inside out, then when we put somebody in and they treat her this way, then, okay, yes, it does speak the way that they've been treating our young people and others in this court system. But we got to be able to still stand against it. And when we get somebody in who tries to reform and change it and they come against her, then we have to stand up, and support her. So it's going to be information given out. It's going to be next steps. We're going to have my ministry, the keynote speaker, Pastor Lynch. You're going to be on the program. So it's going to be more than just everybody coming to try to get your funds. We want to inform the community. We want to show, we want to put some information out, because if you weren't sitting there then you wouldn't believe it with your own eyes, that these people said, yes, we're going to dog her, and ain't nothing y'all can do about it, and we're going to keep dogging not only her, all of you guys. So it is about criminal reform. But one thing I want to say, Bishop, that made me laugh so hard, Stefan, the guy that just got off the radio with the bullhorn.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear what he was saying? He was asking them, he was telling them that they have to love. And he asked the one guy, he said, what's your name? And the guy must have said, Robert. He said, Robert, what would your mom say? You got to love, Robert. He just kept saying it. I fell out laughing so daggone hard because they ran from him, but he was all up in their face, and they ran. Mm-hmm. So next time we do have to have a bullhorn, but it was so funny to me because he kept telling them, what about the love? What about the love?
Right.
I mean, it was just so funny because he was so loud, and they could not overtalk him. And that's like me. My mouth is like a bullhorn. They wouldn't have been able to overtalk me either. And see, I probably would have wanted to get all up in their face and make them hit me so we could try to fight like I can beat somebody. I can't beat nobody. But, you know.
Well.
But still, I'm glad I wasn't there. But the next time, you know, hopefully we will have more people down there. We will have more signs ourselves. And we just, because, you know, they're not stronger than a mighty rushing wind, and that's what we are when we come together.
Absolutely.
So I want to thank you, thank all the other pastors, because I'm gonna tell you something. You don't have to be doing anything. You don't have a dog in the fight. You don't have to be doing anything. None of the other pastors don't have to do. You all can sit home.
You're right.
And do nothing.
Right.
And so I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, all that you've done, not just for Judge Turner, because we did go to Beaver Creek. We have fought for Crawford.
That's right.
We have just spoken out on how about the big rally we had here for the guy that got murdered from the
Eric Garner. Eric Garner.
Not only Eric Garner, I'm talking about the other
Mike Brown.
Not only Mike Brown, the big rally we had with thousands of people showed up.
Trayvon Martin. Yeah, we've been out for all of them. Yeah.
We've been out for all of them. We've been out for voter suppression.
Yeah.
We've been out there. And I would just say this, and then I'm going to end it, that if people don't like what we're doing as a coalition for Just Hamilton County or as NAN, the same way NAN got started, the same way other people informed something, and then maybe because, you know, Bishop, a lot of times I want us to be more aggressive. I want us to get out there. You know me, I want us to lay in the street. I want us to do all that. But you ain't doing all that. You the president, I follow, and then but if somebody start a group that's laying in the street, I'm there. I'm laying in the street.
All right.
Okay, Bishop.
All right.
Thank you. God bless you.
Take care, GC. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. 513-749-1230. 513-749-1230 is the number to call. Only GC's line is open. You better grab it quick. You know how it's going to be here. We're here for the next hour. We want to talk some more. Yeah, some things happened this week. We won't be caught like that again. That I promise you. Because, you know, we said, hey, we're only going to be out there 7 to 10 minutes. We don't need to call a lot of the community in. It wasn't the press that we were going to be there, so they knew we were coming. But I tell you what, and of course, our people were upset. Our security folk were upset. Why did y'all do this? It will not happen that way again. That's the promise. I'm Bobby Hilton, 1230 a.m. WDBZ with the buzz of Cincinnati. 513-749-1230. We'll talk. Be right back.
Celebrating 15 years of service to the community.
WDBZ, Cincinnati.
1230 The Buzz, your talk station.
Good afternoon, and here is local news from News1.com. Indira Rogers on 1230 WDBZ The Buzz, your talk station. This news update is brought to you by Unbound. Making headlines, 3 men are behind bars after allegedly beating and robbing a woman in West Price Hill. Police say the trio stole the victim's car keys fees and $3,500 from her purse earlier this month. Their arrests come more than a week after officers arrested another female suspect in the attack. The group is also facing assault and aggravated robbery charges. Also, police are searching for a shooter in Cincinnati. Investigators say the victim was shot yesterday afternoon. It is believed that the two men were arguing over a woman when the suspect pulled out a gun and shot the victim in the stomach. He is in stable condition, but officers have not been able to locate the shooter. This update brought to you by Unbound. Child sponsorship the way it's supposed to be. Real kids, real results, real easy for you to help. Join the fight against global poverty at unbound.org. And that's news. I'm Indira Rogers on 1230 WDBZ The Buzz, your talk station.
If you're talking about it, we're talking about it.
We're your talk station. 1230 The Buzz.
We never spend time talking to you. So we figured we'd lay it on you, let you know how we feel about love. Paint a pretty smile each day.
I'm Bobby Hilton, sitting in for Lincoln Ware on the Lincoln Ware Show, 1230 AM WDBZ. We are the Buzz of Cincinnati. You can give us a call at 513-749-1230 or send us a text. Text talk to 23845 and we'll get your text message across. We just wanted to review what happened this week. We won't be caught like that again. I promise you that. We're going to be talking about it tomorrow. And again, we encourage and invite all of you. We don't want anybody to feel like we don't want you involved. We really, really do want you involved. And I have heard from some younger folk that have said they felt like we didn't want them. We didn't want their suggestions. We didn't want their involvement. We need the youth involved like never before. Let me say that. We need the youth involved like we've never needed the youth involved. Okay? That's coming from me, and I'm sure I have the agreement of many of the older heads, I call it. We need the youth involved. Okay? We need your strength. We need your suggestions. We need you to come and even see how things are done. Because we have to be able to pass the baton to someone that's been in the struggle and been in the fight. We really do. So, hey, meet us tomorrow. That's an opportunity. Meet us tomorrow, 1580 Summit Road. Meet us there tomorrow. And let me say, NAN has a meeting every second Saturday. National Action Network, we have a meeting every second Saturday. And I'd like to see you at our next meeting because all the meetings for the month of May have been taking place at New Prospect Baptist Church. Okay? And we'll talk about when we'll come back together like that. But in June, we expect NAN to be back at our location, 693 Fresno Road in Forest Park. Come. I hear people say, I want to join NAN. Second Saturday of every month we meet. And we'll be at 693 Fresno Road in Forest Park, 11 o'clock a.m., second Saturday of every month. Come and be a part of the Action Network, okay? Let me get back to the phone line and talk to OJ.
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Hilton?
How you doing, sir?
I'm hanging in there. I saw what kind of went down when you were at the protest. And what was disturbing, I saw one of the pictures of that white guy kind of standing up and getting real tumultuous at the time with you guys. And he had his hand in his pocket, you know, and that kind of said, it's no telling what he could have pulled out of his pocket and opened up an assault on you guys. One thing I would suggest, maybe have the next one somewhere where it's one way in, where it's a metal detector of some sort, because your safety comes first. It's some crazy white folks out here, Mr. Hilton. And one way in and one way out, kind of put that in the scope. It could be a place to where you could do that. Now,
yeah, well, you know, we've had most of our protesters have been pretty open. They've been out in front of the courthouse. They've been out, you know, different places, and we do our best to be careful. And I didn't see the guy. I'll look at the video again. I didn't see a guy put his hand in his pocket because I tried to be watchful of that. And again, OJ, as I've said, we won't be caught like that again. We will absolutely not be caught like that again.
And one other thing, I always say be selective where we spend our black dollar. This weekend, I don't see where any black person should spend one dime at the Taste of Cincinnati. We're not represented down there. You know, we're giving up our black dollars to these white folks that don't care about nothing about black folks and what our cause is. So why should we go down there spending our money? And the next time you give something, can't you have